Hello everybody, Здравствуйте, Nova Zelandi. I hope everybody is keeping themselves safe wherever you are in the world and looking out for yourself and looking out for each other. Now, just the other day, I reached out to you guys on YouTube and through Facebook as well and social media, just wanting to get some of you guys' questions. And as you can see here, I got a lot of questions. So let's get started. I really want to, there's some really I guess just all round, how do I say this, normal fun questions, and then there's the real kind of serious questions. Okay, so let's get started. I don't have any names specific on these questions, but I just really want to say a huge thank you to you guys for submitting your questions to me. There was all sorts of questions, left, right, front, A to Z. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's awesome to have you guys' feedback and support in the community. I appreciate it so much, more than anything. Spasibo большое. So first question is, would you rather hike a mountain or spend a day at the beach? Now, I've never hiked a mountain before. I would spend a day at the beach, but also I'd love to go and hike a mountain to take photos and things like that. Thank you for that question, I appreciate that. Who do you look up to the most in the adoption advocacy field and why? Honestly, a lot with adoption. In the adoption advocacy side of things, I really look up to those people who are working with all international adoptions and domestic adoptions. Those people that facilitate that, I look up to them a lot. And the people that help also people reach out for more information. I talk too often to a lot of these people, friends of mine who work in adoption agencies and things like that, and I'm so thankful and grateful that these people are helping other families and other adoptees. Okay, I'll answer this one near the end. It's a good one. It's kind of the finishing point. I really want to, these aren't in any particular order, so I do apologize for that. Will you sign a photo and send it? Happy to sign a photo and send it, depending what the photo is, of course. If it's, I don't know, tell me what photo it is and I'll be happy to sign it and send it. Of course, depending what photo it is. What was your driving force to start I'm Adopted, and what is your motivation to keep it going? My motivation and the driving force to start it was to have a community there for adoptees. I run this just all in my free time. I've got ambassadors now, which is incredible. Thank you so much to the ambassadors. I appreciate it. The team, the community, everyone involved. I do have a full-time job outside of I'm Adopted. I do all of this YouTube stuff, all of this just in my free time, and I love it. It's my passion. I love sharing stories and sharing my life with you guys in my journey. But I really wanted to create I'm Adopted because having a community there for adoptees is important, and that's why it exists. It's a big thing for adoptees, and it's definitely, I'm just going to always keep it going because my motivation is obviously hearing you guys' feedback, your support, saying thank you so much for having this community. I've been able to find some information, or I've been able to talk to other adoptees. That keeps it going, and I thank you guys for that. It's awesome. It's incredible to me, honestly. This is going to take a while. There's so many questions, so I'll just I'll try and answer them as quick as I can. What's your favorite New Zealand food? Fish and chips, hands down. Honestly, probably our most prominent food is fish and chips, but I could have fish and chips any day. I love it. It's awesome. What's your favorite Russian or Ukrainian food? Man, borscht, shashlik, blini, the list goes on. I love them. Olivier salad. Google them, honestly, Google them because they are awesome. They're very easy to make. That's a good question, by the way, thank you. Can you do a DNA test if you haven't already to see all the countries you're from? All right, so I did one at the start of, when did I do it now? Start of last year. And I did it with MyHeritage, great company, all of them, Ancestry.com. I also got in touch with them as well. And yes, I got some great, well, it's obvious what I got, I thought. I was very happy with it. So I got Russian, Eastern Europe, Baltic, and Western Asian, and a small percentage of Scandinavian and Central Asia. Now there is a video I did a long time ago, only over a year, where I did do the DNA test, so you can have a look, not me physically doing the DNA test, but me talking about the results. So it's got the percentages, and yeah, I definitely encourage people to do that if they just simply want to know a bit of information about themselves. It's very interesting. It really is. What's your favorite food? Honestly, European dishes. I love cooking European dishes, and fish and chips here in New Zealand. I love that. It's my favorite. Honestly, it's definitely. Are you in a relationship? No, I'm not. And I was last in a relationship a while ago now. Loved her very much. These things happen. It was a very long relationship, 2.5 years or so. But I'm not in a relationship at the moment. But you never know what can happen around the corner. The wedding is not soon, but you'll see. I don't want to get too much into the relationship stuff. I mean, I've had and since then I have been going on a few dates here and there. Actually, mostly, if you don't mind me saying, European Russian women, actually. So, and a few Kiwis as well. Anyways, on to the next one. How are you and your family doing during this pandemic? We're okay. We're out of lockdown pretty much. We're back into work. Everybody is just slowly adjusting back to normal. And I know that a lot of people around the world are still struggling, and I know that it's very difficult. And I feel for you guys. I think of you guys a lot, and I just hope that everybody is getting through this okay. We'll all get through it. We will. And I just hope that everyone just keeps their head up, no matter what. Honestly, keep your head up. We will get through this, and things will slowly get back to normal. Hi Alex, what was the first experience you felt when landing in Russia and America, and how does it differ from New Zealand? Look, I've been to America twice. I love America. I've been to Hawaii, I've been to Oregon, I've been to Nebraska, I've been to Omaha in Nebraska, I've been to Detroit, I've been to Alabama. I love America, I love American people, most nicest people, and Russia, beautiful as well. Every country has its beautiful sides, and of course every country has its not so beautiful sides. New Zealand has not so much, we all have it. I love America, great people, a lot of jokes, a lot of funny, I love it. And same with Russia, the culture is so different. I can't exactly compare them or put them side by side because they're both amazing countries. And from New Zealand, we are very similar to kind of like Ireland or Scotland. I think we're very similar to that. So if you look at this sort of atmosphere and what the countries are like, you'll see that New Zealand is quite similar. We're from the British side sort of background, and our accent, I don't know if you can tell if my accent's strong enough or not. But I love all countries in the world, honestly. I've been to a few countries in the world and I love them. What do you think about the travel bubble of Australia, New Zealand and Pacific Islands? Yeah, I think if we can all go ahead with that and just make sure we listen to the rules, and make sure that we are okay. That's what I think of that. I think it'd be great if we can do that. Do you believe in life after physical death? I really don't have much of a view on this. I've lost a few friends in the past. And of course, I've lost family in the past, and I do often wonder personally, but I do wonder about all this sort of stuff. But you don't know. I don't know. No, I don't think anybody really knows. But it's just, I believe in something happens after death. But that's how I look at it. How often do you talk with your biological father? I talk to him quite often. He keeps me updated during this pandemic around the world right now, and we have a great relationship. We always in touch, always in contact. Recently, when I was with my parents, we did a video call and we Skyped, and I did all the Russian translation, and it was awesome. It was great. We keep in touch all the time. He sends me photos of what's happening in Russia and St. Petersburg. By the way, he's very safe. His family, they're all looking out for each other, and it's good. I'm happy about that, so I keep that going. How are you going with learning to speak Russian? Я думаю, это хорошо. Отлично. Мой по-русски, я думаю, это отлично. This is great. That was probably wrong, so I apologize if it's wrong Russian, but I'm not fluent yet. Алекс, привет. Тебе нравится быть в России, где ты хочешь остаться жить? Спасибо. Sorry, that said, hello. Do you like it in Russia? Where do you want to stay and live? Again, I haven't decided where I want to settle down in my life yet. I love my country. I love New Zealand. It is my home. But, you know, I'd like to go on, if I want to become fluent in Russian, I'd like to go to Russia for a period of time and keep on growing those contacts over there for helping people adopted and maintaining that connection and growing those contacts and just helping people out. And that's one of my goals. So I love Russia. What do you like about Russia? Or I think it's like, do you like to be in Russia? I love to be in Nravится. You like it in Russia? I love Russia. Спасибо. Спасибо большое for that question. What does the future hold for your biological mother? Is she doing well? God bless and keep you all safe and happy. She's good. She's in a home, and I'm very, like a house, not a retirement home, but I keep in touch with her. She actually video called me for the first time. She writes me letters. I write her letters, and I'm very happy at the moment in time. I really am with her. She's doing well. She's doing well. Do you have a favorite Russian dish? Shazlik. Oh, is that Russian? It might not be. Borscht. That's Ukrainian, I think. All Russian food is beautiful. What is your career? Are you doing some business? I'm not doing any business. I work as a editor, cameraman, full-time, really just working in television, and I love it. And I've been working in TV for 8 years now, and I just love telling stories and doing all that. All my I'm Adopted stuff, again, all of my adoption stuff is all done in my free time and spare time, and I do it because I love it. It's a passion of mine. Not doing any business, no business. Do you miss your biological family? I think you're amazing. Oh, thank you, by the way, thank you. I didn't write this. I hope your biological mum is doing well. How does she feel now that you found her? She just, you know, we write letters, we keep in touch, and I feel completed. I feel a new chapter in my life opened up when I got in touch with her. And I do miss seeing them as much as I really want to see my birth mother again sometime soon. I really do, and I know I will. And I thank you so much. And same with my birth father. I see him quite often, and I will see him again when I go back, as well as my birth mother. As you know, I don't know if you know in the past, it's very difficult to go to her town from where the main points are, Moscow, St. Petersburg. Yeah, it's a really good question, thank you. Do you yourself want to adopt someday? Of course, and people have asked me this, and yes, if I can adopt from Russia, if it comes to that situation, if I have a family, and yes, I would, definitely, I want to save as many children as I could. I would love to do that, but it's just, life throws all sorts of journeys for everybody. Is Russia still currently closed to international adoption? Yes, it is. It's only internal adoption at the moment, and we did a video on I'm Adopted about this, speaking to an adoptive mother in Moscow, and she answered all of that, and it's all sorts of little things here and there. I know that in, I think 2013, America closed off adoption with Russia, and New Zealand closed off also in 2013 with New Zealand. So it's just, it's sad, it's very sad, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen in the future, or things might change. You just don't know. Where in the Ukraine does my birth mother's brother live? He actually lives near Shenigov. I had to write this one down because I actually didn't know how to pronounce it properly. So Shenigov in the Ukraine. And yes, we keep in touch. The family, all of them, all actually keep in touch with Tatiana, which is awesome. What do you define identity as? It's a good question. Thank you so much for sending that in. It sounded really fake then, didn't it? Thank you so much for sending that in. I appreciate it. What do you define identity as? Look, in the first beginning of my life, I was in an orphanage, and I was placed in by my birth mother. She couldn't look after me, so she put me in the orphanage. As soon as I was born, I was placed in the orphanage, and then I was adopted out when I was 2 years old. I came to New Zealand, and obviously, you know, I grew up in New Zealand, loved my family, loved the culture, loved my New Zealand family, everything about that. But I was always interested to know about my Russian side. Like, my parents were so open and honest about it. For me, it was that missing piece. I wanted to know about that part, and that was going to make me understand my own self and my own identity. And to me, that's a big reason. I didn't just want to find my birth parents. I wanted to learn about where I was born, the country I was born in. And to me, it's a big question, big part of my life. Thank you. I could talk about that forever. And identity for anyone who is adopted, a lot of people do almost feel like you have two identities. I mean, I feel like I've got one, and I think it's another question I got on here as well. I feel like I've got one identity, but it's got the Russian side, New Zealand side, my family here, my birth parents in Russia. It's all sorts. It's a massive, broad scale of stuff. It's really. I was about to pick up all the questions. I don't know why. Really. How did you find your orphanage, and what was it like reaching out to them for the first time? How did you get in contact with them? My orphanage information was always noted down in my adoption documents. It was the children's home for sick children in Archangel. I was actually born with an asthma problem. That's why I was placed into that orphanage. Yeah, they were so open and honest to me, and they were just welcoming. They said, come back and visit. I've been back to my orphanage twice. First time just to visit. Second time to take gifts over for the children from New Zealand. I was only in Russia for 4 days, but it was an absolute life-changing experience, and I'm so happy I did it. And I will definitely do it again. That was just out of all of my own cost, and just I wanted to make that happen because it was a goal in my life that I knew that it felt like such a long time ago now. It was 2018 I did that, and it was incredible. To me, they're the people that looked after me for the first 2 years of my life. And I thank them for that. I still thank them for that. And I got in contact. How did you get in contact with them? Again, I just searched up the orphanage and got in touch with them, and it was simple as that. You're not going to know until you try. Really, not going to know until you try. How does it feel to have a much younger sister? Do you get along with her? Yes, I do. And every time I go to St. Petersburg and see my birth father and his family, my sister, my half-sister, Sonia, she always asks me, why is he going back to New Zealand so soon? I'm going to miss you, I'm going to miss you. And we have a great bond, a great relationship. And when she gets older, she wants to come here. Her mum and dad want her to come here. My birth father and his wife want her to come here to study, be around that New Zealand culture, that English. Their family is so open and welcoming to her about that, and she's so excited about that. You just never know what the future will bring, but she's always going to be my sister to me, and she's a big part of my life and big part of my family's life too. So thank you, Sonia. First time I met her was when she was 6 months old. So I've been pretty much in her life. I've been in her life most of her life, if that makes sense. I'm not speaking clearly, am I? I get nervous when I get asked so many questions. We're almost done, I know. And if you've got any other questions, please leave them below on YouTube in the comments. Please leave them, or you can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, imadopted.org. If you've got any questions, please. I'm all ears and all here to open and answer as many as I can. I do think that identity may be plural. In my case, I can say that I have a plural identity, and I feel very happy for that. Do you feel the same? How are you living your discovery path and your double identity? Thank you. It's a really good question. And like I was saying before, identity is different for everybody. And for myself, yeah, I'd say it's a plural identity. I feel like to me it's very important to know as much as you can, about your identity and where you've come from. Again, everyone has their own choice, own opinions. I also understand that not everyone wants to search for the birth family. I want people to understand that I do all this because I want adoptees to talk to each other. For my own sake, I have the whole birth family search, all of that for myself. It's your own choice if you want to do it. There's hundreds of stories out there. We have an I'm Adopted on the Facebook page, a lot of different scenarios, different situations, different journeys. It's different for everybody. And if you want to track down some of your birth family, it's completely your choice. Everyone's going to have a different outcome. And I always say that. I always say that if you want to, even if you just want to reconnect with your birth country, that's a big step and a big milestone, because that will help you understand part of your identity and where you come from. And then later on, you may decide to do something further than that. Completely your own choice. It's always your own choice at the end of the day. Last question, and thank you so much, by the way, for asking these questions. It's quite a long video, and I apologize for that. But this is a question I left till last. It's I know it's not such a big, exciting question. It's all it is what are some of your big future plans with I'm Adopted? Now, I'm Adopted is just an online community. It's me and a few of my friends who are part of the trustee and the list. We just all fund it ourselves because we just want people to connect with each other. And in the future, we are going to do some bigger expansions for it. It's definitely happening. It's definitely in the works right now. And that's what I'm going to focus on this year as well as working. I'm still filming the TV show Reunited, my TV show, and just doing what I can. I do it all in my free time because I love helping people and I love doing this, and I'm completely, I'm open to, I answer as many questions as possible, and I just want to keep that going. I just want to keep that going. So yeah, with I'm Adopted, big plans happening, and you guys' support on YouTube, thank you so much. It means the world to me because all these resources are now available through my videos and on the I'm Adopted project, all of that. It's just building up over the years, and it's great to see the feedback and support, even if people are just newly reaching out to me on YouTube or watching my videos online. If you're new to the channel, seriously, there's so many resources and advice I've given out over the years. I'm only going to keep on going. So thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate it. I really do. I repeat myself too much. That's one thing I need to work on this year. Not repeat yourself too much. Spasibo большое. И до свидания из Новой Зеландии. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, paka paka. Please look after yourself, stay safe, and wherever you are in the world, look after yourself and look out for each other. Thank you so much. And next time I won't repeat so many words. Paka, до свидания.